What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB Recap video, and the first clip that we'll be showing today is Kanye West throwing out the first pitch yesterday at the White Sox game. So that was the happy occasion from yesterday, but there was another part that we'll get into in just a second. But first, here's the clip of Kanye trying to throw a strike, and yeah, it doesn't happen. I guess you could say that Kanye West might need a little bit of a stronger arm. I'm sorry. Alright guys, so I told you the first couple seconds of the video that the Kanye West throwing out the first pitch was a happy occasion, but the reason why he was throwing out the first pitch is because the Chicago White Sox announcer Ken the Hawk Harrelson announced his last and final game at the Chicago White Sox Stadium, Guaranteed Rate Field, I believe it is. And yeah, it was very emotional. Me as an Indians fan, there was a lot of moments where he was calling home runs against my own team, so I was never a huge fan of Ken, but as a baseball fan, if I take a step back, I can understand that he meant a lot to the game of baseball. He wasn't as big as Vince Scully, but I do think that he did have a huge part in the game of baseball, and we're gonna go ahead and see his final clip, and then we'll go ahead and play him off to the only way that I know how growing up with Keyboard Cat.
Give us a couple of your thoughts.
I'm gonna give you one, and that's it. I love you all, and I always will. As I said, I'll go in my way for that. Thank you.
It's been such a sad year. Everyone's retiring. Everyone's leaving the game of baseball. It's just... hold me. So the next clip that we're going to talk about is also going to pull at the heartstrings. It's just, again, 2018 has just been a year of retirement and people leaving the game of baseball. First it was Chase Utley, then it was Ryan Howard, then it was Victor Martinez. Today might be David Wright's last day of baseball, or tomorrow on Tuesday. And now Adrian Beltre might be playing his final game in Arlington, or wherever they call it out in Texas now. So we'll go ahead and play this clip as well. And I want to let you guys know that if you're crying, it's okay, okay? You know, I can come and hug you if you need it too, because today's a very emotional day, and I promise you guys, this will be the final sad story from today.
We're playing a video here saluting the great Adrian Beltre, Rougned Odor, and teammates. Now meeting him at third.
Alright guys, so now that we have all of these sad news and all of these standing ovations out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get into the actual baseball news from yesterday. So Blake Snell, the Tampa Bay Rays ace, yeah, yesterday he got his 21st win, and look at his curveball. This guy has been absolutely filthy all year. We'll go over his stats in just a second, but just check this breaking ball out, man.
Ball down. That would be a good time in the 2-2 count.
And he does. He got him. Struck him out with that pitch. And that will retire the side.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to go over Blake Snell's stats, and man, these are something to behold. So on the year, he also has a franchise record of 21 wins, so he's 21-5, which is amazing considering the fact that he's on the Rays. Now I know the Rays are a pretty good baseball team, but they're in third in the American League East, so the 21-5, that's amazing. He has a 1.90 ERA, which is otherworldly, man. That's like Sandy Koufax, Bob Gibson, I guess Jacob deGrom numbers now. And then if you take a look at his innings pitched, he almost has 200 innings pitched, so he might get there. And then if we take a look at his hits per 9, which is the amount of hits that he gives up per 9 innings, he is leading the league with only 5.6, so he's incredible. His strikeouts per 9 is at 10.8, and he's also made an all-star appearance. So this year in 2018, with all of those stats that I just read off, yes, I know that Chris Sale is having a great year as well, but you got to give it to Blake Snell. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. So now that Blake Snell is 21-5, he has 211 strikeouts, he's leading the league in hits per 9. Chris Sale is having a pretty good season as well, but he doesn't have the innings per se. Who do you think is going to win the AL Cy Young? Let me know in the comment section down below. One other note that I want to mention about the Rays is Tommy Pham, the player that they acquired from the Cardinals at the All-Star break. He's hitting .347 since joining the team, so if you factor that in, along with the fact that Blake Snell's doing his thing, they acquired Austin Meadows as well. The Rays, they could be looking really good and scary going into 2019. So all you Yankees fans, all you Red Sox fans, you better enjoy this year because the Rays, they're all coming for you.
I'm saying right now is home run number 36 coming up for Matt Carpenter. You ready for it?
I'm just letting it breathe.
I'm saying home run number 36 for Matt Carpenter.
I always think it's pretty cool when someone calls a home run, whether it's an announcer or someone in the stands. I think it's always pretty cool. Like, how did you know? What vibe did you catch from this player and the pitcher thrown right there that you knew he was going to hit a home run? So Matt Carpenter, he has been in a massive slump. These also kind of wore off the last couple weeks, but yesterday he was able to come in clutch with his 36th home run. The Cardinals, they are still going for a playoff spot. Again, guys, we go over the standings at the end of the video, so do not go anywhere. But Matt Carpenter, hopefully he can turn it around going forward, because the Cardinals, they definitely need him.
Hampson more toward the hole. And that's strike 3, and he knew it. He was heading back to the dugout as that pitch was crossing the plate.
Strike 3, end of inning. Kyle Freeland, 2 punch outs. See ya, Matt. Swung on and missed. Freeland's on his game. And Kyle with his 5th strikeout.
I got to give some mad props to the Colorado Rockies, because a couple days ago they lost their star shortstop Trevor Story to a wrist injury. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out. They said that there's no timetable on him, maybe a week or 2, but they were able to sweep the Diamondbacks. And if you guys know, the Diamondbacks are a pretty solid squad, so for them to be able to do that, amazing. Props to the Colorado Rockies. And also their ace Kyle Freeland, he should be in contention for the Cy Young as well. I don't think he's going to win, because you have Scherzer in there, Nola, you have DeGrom leading the pack, but Kyle Freeland, do not forget about this man, because he almost has an 8 WAR, which is insane. On the year, Kyle Freeland is 16-7 with a 2.84 ERA, and remember, half of his games are coming at Coors Field, so that's amazing. His ERA is probably a little bit inflated. He has 169 strikeouts, so that's probably what's holding him back from an actual Cy Young award, but he's having an amazing season right now. He has a 7.7 strikeouts per 9, pretty solid, and a 0.8 home runs per 9, and considering the fact that he plays at Coors Field, Kyle Freeland is having an amazing year. I just want to give him some props.
Kemp turns on it. Left field. Forget about it. 2-0 on 2 solo shots. Happy birthday, Matt Kemp.
I cannot believe that Matt Kemp is 34 years old. Do you guys remember how good Matt Kemp was in his prime? If you guys don't, I'll put up his stats right now. He has fell off quite a bit since his last really good season where he was an MVP candidate. I think at one point he had 39 home runs and 40 stolen bases, or it was 40 home runs and 39 stolen bases, something like that. He was so close to becoming one of the only players in Major League Baseball history to have a 40-40 season, joining like Alfonso Soriano and maybe Barry Bonds. I'm not sure about that. But Matt Kemp, with his 1000th RBI yesterday on his 34th birthday, I feel old saying that, but props to you, Matt Kemp. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for the actual baseball stories from yesterday. I do have 2 quick little injury updates. One coming out from New York, and this is not going to be easy for you guys to hear. Didi Gregorius, when he slid head first after getting that walk-off base hit from Aaron Hicks, he actually tore cartilage in his right wrist. And if you guys know, Didi throws with his right hand, so he could be out for the entire postseason. Rest in peace in the chat. And then in some other news, we can see that Kris Bryant was actually benched because he had some shoulder fatigue. And if you guys know, Kris Bryant is one of the best players in the league when he's healthy, but the past season and a half, he has not been 100% right. He's kind of, I'm not going to say he's a bust just yet, because injuries play into it, and he's one of my favorite players in the league. He's won an MVP, so he has produced, but since that MVP, he's not been, you know, the Kris Bryant that we were all used to. So Kris Bryant, Didi Gregorius, I hope that you guys come back healthy. Without further ado, let's get into the standings, because I'm not sure if anything too crazy happened, but there's still some stuff that we got to talk about. The Red Sox and the Indians clinched. We know that the Astros are now actually ranked #1 by ESPN in all of Major League Baseball, so they're playing great baseball right now. They are 4.5 games up of the Athletics in the American League East. In the wild card, we can see that it's still the Yankees and the Athletics. Nothing to report on there. The Braves have clinched the NL East. In the Central, the Cubs are up by 2.5 games over the Brewers. And then the Cardinals are playing great baseball. They're still 4.5 games back. In the NL West, the Rockies are 1.5 games back of the Dodgers. And then in the wild card, again, nothing has changed. Nothing to report of. The Brewers and the Cardinals are in first and second place, with the Rockies at 1.5 games back. I am excited to see where this postseason takes us, because a lot of people think that, you know, the Red Sox are going to win because they're the best team in Major League Baseball, that the Yankees, they're getting all their players back, and now they lose Didi Gregorius, so maybe they're not going to win. There's going to be some dark horse teams like the Indians and the Braves, and you got to watch out for the Cardinals if they make it, or the Brewers. So I'm really excited to see how this postseason shapes up, and I just cannot wait to bring you guys the news. And if you guys do enjoy baseball content, if you do work a lot, if you guys have a lot of school, maybe you're not able to keep up with baseball news all the time. So if you can't, I got your back. So hit that sub button, like this video if you guys enjoyed. Maybe if you laughed one time, you got to hit that like button. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for a double upload. I'll probably upload an MLB recap as well as an MLB The Show 18 video, because you guys like both and I like baseball, and it's all have to do with baseball. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next video mañana. Peace out.